Hello, beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining me in this live presentation, 4 steps to remove toxins from your daily life. Before we get started, I just want to say don't make any big changes in your life without consulting your medical team, your physician, whoever that may be in your life. We definitely don't want to make changes without consulting them first. So let's dive right in. Again, this is live, and I'm so excited that you guys have come to join me on this presentation. So, step one, we're going to start by identifying your diet. What toxins are in your diet, how we can remove them. Sounds easy enough, right? So, there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of toxins that go into your food every single day. You've got chemicals that are out in the field when you're growing your vegetables and your herbs, and you've got chemicals that are added to the food um, during processing to increase the longevity of the food on the shelf, right? So I think we can all agree that there's not really anything healthy or beneficial or natural about any of those chemicals that go into our food, and it's definitely not benefiting our bodies in any way. Excuse me. So, where do we get started? So, 4 things that we can really focus on and hone in on to increase those toxins or decrease, those toxins from our diet are going to be to remove processed foods. As I just mentioned, anything that's processed is going to have a lot of added chemicals in it that we just don't need. We just don't need them. You want to remove added sugar. So, there's natural sugars, and then there's sugars that are, again, chemically modified in a processing plant that adds sweetener to beverages and drinks. So we want to kind of eliminate those as well. We want to remove fried foods. Now, everyone says, what's wrong with fried foods? Fried foods are, you're going to, let's say you have a piece of chicken, and if you grill the chicken, you're changing its composition a little bit, but if you fry it, you're adding fats to it, unhealthy fats, and it's just not healthy for you to have all that breading and gluten. Gluten is a big no-no. Gluten adds no beneficial, nutritious, anything value to your body. So you're going to want to remove fried foods if you can, and then you're going to want to take away those artificial flavors and the artificial coloring. Those are really 2 big things that, even artificial coloring like Red 40 can cause behavioral changes in children. So that's a big red flag for me. Now, as it relates to food dyes, it's really hard to eliminate. There's a ton of food dye in foods that you'd never think about it. So do your best. There's no one size fits all, and there's no way you're going to go through life being 100% holistic and natural and being okay with it. For me, I've got children, so I've got to let them have Lucky Charms, or maybe their medicine for their cold that day has red dye in it. So I think the bigger picture here is to go back and read your nutrition label and your ingredients and go back to where it came from. If it wasn't raised on a farm, it's likely, or growing or grown on a farm, it's definitely likely not going to be beneficial for our bodies, you guys. So let's go on to step 2. Step 2 is another big one that I've tried really hard to incorporate in my house. Cleaning products. There's literally so many chemicals in cleaning products that work better than probably anything natural because they're so powerful. And think about how many times a day you're cleaning your counters, you're inhaling them, and it's just a little scary how much. So I'm gonna share with you some key ingredients to look for in your products to ensure that you're not buying a bottle literally full of toxins. So chlorine, sulfates, triclosan. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these right. I'm not a chemist, so I really don't know. Ammonia, and then phthalates. We'll see. We'll see if that's pronounced right. I'm sure someone will correct me. There are so many effects to ingesting these toxins. And yes, ingesting them are going to be much worse than inhaling them through the process of cleaning. However, over time, cleaning is repetitive, and you could find yourself breathing in these toxins multiple times, especially if you've got little ones that you're cleaning up after constantly. So the goal here is to try and clean with natural products. Baking soda, lemon, and other forms of citrus and vinegar are going to be really excellent sources of toxic-free cleaners. All right, let's go on to step 3. Let's talk about your environment. There are so many environmental toxins, and that we are literally exposed to them practically every minute of the day. But sometimes, and I think we know this, that toxins are going to be beyond our control. So we've got pollution, pesticides, chemicals in our personal hygiene products like soap, body wash, shampoo, well water, and city water. So well water and city water, um, I threw those in there. That's not something where you're drinking, out of your faucet and you're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm drinking toxins." There's no guarantee there. The cities have a duty to protect their water. So it doesn't hurt to get your water tested. It doesn't hurt to put a nice filter on your home water system. Um, you can get toxins from a retail store simply by pushing a cart or by touching after somebody else. So we want to make goals to buy organic, fresh foods and to eliminate pesticides. You want to read your labels on your personal beauty products to ensure that you're getting natural products. But also, pollution is a really hard toxin to remove yourself from. But definitely kind of put the focus and the primary focus on fresh air in healthy places. You're going to get a lot more pollutants in a city location if you're outdoors rather than a rural location. All right, let's go to step 4. Last but not least. So we've definitely talked about cleaning products and environment, but what can we do to release toxins from ourselves? So, toxins can store in our body. How we remove them is by managing our stress and releasing those toxins as we move our body. When we exercise, our bodies are increasing blood flow, which in turn increases our lymphatic drainage. And an added bonus, this helps with your digestion. I promise. Our GI tract harbors tons of toxins and harmful bacteria, you guys. So our body is working at its optimal potential. When our bodies are working at optimal potential, our GI system works wonders to eliminate those from our body via our stool, and as well as our kidneys work to eliminate it via our urine. So there's so many things in our bodies that we get through touching, smelling, tasting, everything. And so do yourself a favor, move your body, manage your stress, and allow your body to naturally rid itself from those toxins. So I'm really glad that's the end of the presentation for today, everybody. Thank you so much. Please reach out to me if you have any more questions. All my contact information is right here, and I truly appreciate you visiting and for your continued support. Because without you, I'm not me, right? I'm here to help you. I've got a passion to help you change your life and focus on your wellness and your fitness and your optimal health to live a long, strong, and empowering life for yourself. Thank you again, you guys, and I'll see you next time.